Good Wednesday morning, my dear Christian brother or sister, and may I be the first to say happy fall, y'all. That's right. As of 3:20 this afternoon, it is officially fall, my favorite time of year. You know, my mother used to say that she had a child for every season. My brother Mark's favorite season is spring. He loves to grow things and has always loved the change from snow and drab to vibrant green. In the spring, if you visit his house, you'll find pots of starters everywhere. Tomato starters on the patio, flowers in the garage, and whatever else in the house. He loves the rebirth that spring represents. My brother Craig, on the other hand, loves the winter for some strange and bizarre reason I've never understood. He loves winter sports and holidays, and he talks in reverent tones about walking through the woods in the winter, about the silence of a dark and snowy evening, and of the quiet and serenity he feels. I think there's something in him that longs for that type of peace. My oldest brother, Tim, has always loved the summer. When we were growing up, I remember thinking Tim was the modern version of Tom Sawyer or Huck Finn. From the moment school was out for the summer, Tim was off, out in the woods in shorts, a t-shirt, and bare feet, running from sunup to sundown. Tim, when he was younger, used to say, "Summer is my life," and I think to him, it's always represented the joy of living and the endless opportunities even today. By now, I'm sure you figured out that my favorite time of year is fall. And there's so many things about fall that just bring me joy. Driving through the mountainsides right when the leaves are turning, sitting on the bleachers with my band kids during a football game, setting up the yard for Halloween and the myriad trick-or-treaters in their costumes, or maybe just sitting on the porch in the afternoon and evening enjoying the crisp smell of fresh fallen leaves. Fall reminds me how small I am in the big picture of life and yet how important I am to God. When the fall season comes, things that bring such great comfort remind me that God is in all things. I'm like most of you. I grew up in the hills of West Virginia, and I've been blessed to have traveled a lot in places both here in the United States and in Europe, but I can honestly say there's no greater beauty. I grew up on the top of a mountain where I was blessed to have family that loved me, and I always felt safe. Can't say that these days. I lived in what I would call a kid's version of paradise, and this was a dream come true. I have so many fond memories of family gatherings under the massive oaks and poplar trees in our backyard and the hours walking through the hills with my dad or my mom. I remember raking mountains of leaves to jump in. I remember making apple butter and stirring the big pot for hours until my arms hurt after peeling apples for what they seemed like forever. But mostly I remember the feeling of being really small in a great big world. Mom always used to read Psalms before bed back then, and I remember her telling us that the mountains were big, but our God was bigger. She'd read Psalm 90, verse 2, "Before the mountains were born, or you gave birth to the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, you are God." No matter what, I've always known God was real and there, and he loved me because his handiwork has been there to remind me here in all of our home, beautiful West Virginia home. I love traveling through the mountains in the fall and seeing God's beauty, which to me is beyond words. Red, orange, yellow, brown, every part of every mountain peak and hill covered with vibrant color. Where summer paints a picture of perfect greens, shaded with all the right accents, in the fall, God paints a picture of change that is full of vibrant color and warm tones. You know, even as a child, I could see the detail of his master hand on every mountain, and I knew he was a God who created and turned things into indescribable beauty. It reminds me of Ecclesiastes 3:11. He has made everything beautiful in its time. And that's the point. He's made everything beautiful in its time. Every season has a beauty all its own, and they all sing the praises of our loving Creator. In Genesis 8:22, God tells Noah, "As long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease." And we can take comfort that even as the seasons come and go, they proclaim his glory and remind us that our God is there and in control, never changing, and always ready with love and mercy and grace. I hope you make today a fantastic day. I hope to see you at Bible study this evening. I want you to know that I'm here should you need me. And happy fall, y'all. Love you. Bye-bye.